Man, hold up. What's good, people? Adrian Omega here, and welcome back. Man, I really appreciate you guys showing love on the YouTube channel. If you guys didn't know, I have a podcast with my brother, Dre Chill Will, and we're streaming on all major podcast platforms. So that's Spotify, Google Podcasts, iTunes, you name it. I have a link in the description below so you guys can follow. Hey, but I'm gonna warn you guys, it's rated like PG-13 and above. It's not for kids. This channel is for anybody and everybody. You know, I try to keep it kid friendly because I know a lot of people want to learn how to draw and how to get better at digital art as well. But if you have permission from an adult or you are an adult, check out the link in the description below. My boy Dre, he's also an artist. He does a lot of traditional painting, man. He has a channel that he streams his video games from. And pretty soon, he'll be uploading videos of his paintings as well. Dope dude, man. That's like my brother. Also, man, the future of this channel, I want to speak on briefly is I got a couple things coming up in the future. Some interviews with fellow artists that I know that I've grown up with. My boy Cholo Tears, aka Rudy Poo. My boy Mike Comp. These two guys are some dope graffiti artists, man. They come up with some clean stuff. And I'll have a link to their Instagrams in the description below, man. Hey, but without further ado, let's dive into my workflow. I'll be doing this on Procreate for the iPad Pro with the Apple Pencil. Oh, did you guys check out the office, man? It's coming along. Pretty soon I'm gonna give that little tour. I just gotta get a couple more things in order, but I'm liking how all this is coming out. This looks pretty dope. So let's dive into my workflow. All right, guys, so here on my home screen, my iPad Pro, the first thing I'll do is I want to find inspiration. So I usually go to places like Instagram or maybe Pinterest, things like that. So I already have a picture that I already found on Instagram. There's a little bit of nudity in it, but I don't think it should be too bad. It's a lady that's really good at yoga and ballet, and she is just amazing. So normally what I do is when I find those pictures, I'll take them and I will edit them in Lightroom. So you hit this square up here to share, take it to Lightroom, and then launch Lightroom now. Go to Lightroom, and just to make it easier on myself, what I would do is just make it black and white. So I'd go over here to my filters, black and white, and just kind of go through and see which one has like the best values. To me, painting in black and white, if you're a beginner, is a whole lot easier for your shading and learning. So then you hit done. Up at the top right corner, share to, and I'll save this image to my camera roll. All right, then we'll go to Procreate, hit the plus, screen size, new canvas. And then what I like to do is zoom it out. Then you're gonna go up here to your actions tab. That's this little wrench looking thing next to the gallery on the top left. Click that, hit canvas, turn on reference. Reference is a good tool. It can show you your whole canvas that you're drawing of, as you see right here. Or you can do your face with your front facing camera. I use it for my references for my images. So I'd click image, import, and it's going to be that black and white image. Move it up here, and this is something I do real easy just to kind of get the general idea of the image. I use Ergo Josh's brush pack, so I go to his pencil, like a real dark gray. See how big that is. Turn the opacity down. And from here, I'll just kind of build that rough shape of her body, just to give me like a general idea of the flow of what she's doing. You don't want to make her too stiff. This way my proportions are all right with the image as well. Then you can come in and build those shapes real quick. And from there, I would build the shapes, and then I start blocking in with the painting. And this one I'm going to paint it by just kind of building out of those darks to light. I kind of start with a mid-tone most of the time. After I get the line art down, I set the mid-tone and start hitting. I put like a real dark background on them. I mean a real darkness behind her. Set those mid-tones and I start putting in more mid-tones. Then I start adding the shadows, the darker shadows, as you can see. Adding more darker shadows to her glutes and right there around her thigh, her ankles. I was just playing with a little color there. I thought about coloring it later. And right there, just building those shapes with the shadows, with the midtones and a little bit of the highlights. Building more muscles around her shoulders and her biceps. This is a new approach I found to be a little challenging, so I'm trying to do it every day to make it easier. And another thing I usually do when I start off is I change the background, because I find that having a white background just kind of throws me off. So it took me a while to change it on this one, as you could tell, but you can see how it kind of transforms the image. She's kind of like popping off of it now as I lay those shadows behind her. And now if you look, I usually pick my highlights, my midtones, and my shadows, and I paint those somewhere on the canvas to the side. That way I can just color pick them instead of having to find them every single time. Right here, I'm adding more highlights. This will make it really pop off of the canvas. Doing the fingers, on the toes, more shadows. And there you go. Hey man, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you guys got any questions, please feel free to leave comments below. Follow me on my Instagram at AdrianOmegaM. Let me know what you want to see in the next video. And as my boy Dre Chill Wool would say, be good to each other, but most importantly, be good to yourself. I'm out. See you in the next video. Peace.